Okay, we're working on our ratios. We're going to look at profitability. Now, profitability can be anywhere between 7 and maybe 15% of the exam question. And again, it stays the same. Now, the two ratios that you would have done for your junior cycle, gross profit percentage, net profit percentage, they're obviously on the Leaving Cert, but they don't really come up for the higher level. They would only come up probably for the ordinary level. But just to give you your formulas so you have them, it's your gross profit over sales, and this is your net profit over sales. Just take them down, and if we come across them in exams, I'll add in a little bit more for you. These two are important. This one here is on every single paper. So ROCE, write this down if you don't know it, it's return on capital employed. Now remember, capital employed is its last figure in the balance sheet. So we want to know what type of return did this business make with all this money pumped into it. Now, the money that the business makes is what it gets from operating. So it's its operating profit. So it made 105,000. I'll actually put this in a different colour so you can see the formulas. It's 105,000 you made with this amount of money invested in the business. 1,087,000. And again, I needed 2 decimal places, and be careful of that. So it's 105. So I get 9.66%. So this particular company, with all the money that was pumped into it, made 9.66%. Now I'm going to comment on that over here first, and then I'll go back to this one here. So first thing you do, like always, you'll say in 2017, return on capital employed was, and again it should be in that little box, 5.8%. Then number 2, you'll say in 2018, return on capital employed is 9.66%. The third one comes on the trend. Trend is good. There's an improvement of, just do that in the calculator, make sure I get it right, 5.8 of 3.86%. Now, the next set of comments that I'm going to do here, they don't have to be in any particular order. You can do them whatever way you want, okay? But you have to have these. It's a profitable company. Why? Well, it's profitable because it's making a profit. Okay, number 5, this company is making a return of 9.66%. If you put your money into the banks at the moment, you get 2% return. So it's earning a greater return than risk-free investments. You have to say risk-free investments. We're going to say that at the moment they're earning probably about 1%. So it's earning a better return than if you put your money in the bank, and it's earning a better return than the rate on debentures. So you borrowed money in this company and you're paying back 6%. So if you borrow money and you have to pay back 6%, you're going to be making more than 6% to make it worthwhile, and you are making 9.66. So it was worth borrowing for 6%. So earning a greater return to risk-free investments and the rate on debentures of 6%. And you have to say that's good. Earning a bigger return is good, so you have to state the obvious. Then number 6, you're going to say making efficient use of resources. So that's important. You're saying they have all these resources and they set up a business, and are they making efficient use of the resources? Well, based on that return, they're making very efficient use of their resources. And again, that's going to get you your full marks in the exam. Now, this formula here is only ever used if it's asked in part A, and it has appeared in, I think it was 2 years ago, and it threw a lot of students. So this wants to know what profit was left for the real shareholders. So if you look at it, dividends, we said that the preference shares, what were they again? They were 8%, okay? So the preference shares have to get 8% of this, which we said was 20,000. and that was 32. So make sure I've done that right, just, yeah, 20. So we're saying the return they got is your profit, 90,000. You have to take away the preference because they are only a source of finance. Remember, they get this fixed return. Now, it's all over shareholders' funds. What's shareholders' funds? Well, it's not debentures because that's a loan. It's not preference because they are getting their fixed return. Shareholders' funds are ordinary shares and profit and loss balance. Maybe put that in for yourselves. Shareholders' funds is ordinary shares plus the profit and loss balance. So in this question, it's 587,000 multiplied by 100 over 1. Okay, so if we look at this, and I'm getting 11.93%. And again, they're your profitability ratios done. And it's talking about roughly 7 to 15% for doing that particular section on the exam.